So the Carhartt WIP Fall Winter 2020 collection is upon us, and they kind of dropped this a little interestingly or kind of strange compared to a lot of other brands where they'll drop the lookbook and you can also click on it and see like the breakdown of the outfits, and then alongside that they'll drop like their first couple items, and then like scattered throughout the rest of the season they'll drop the rest. Anyway, this is one of my favorite brands. I love Carhartt, from their actual workwear all the way to the WIP section, which of course is what we're looking at today. I think they're a great brand. They have great quality. They do have high prices though, which is why I usually hit up their stuff when it's on sale, whether that be at Carhartt itself, which currently does have a sale going on, or else like End Clothing has a lot of good Carhartt sales as well. If you guys see me looking down here, I'm looking at the lookbook, and then I'll put up a side-by-side so you guys can see it as well. But with that being said, we will jump into it. First off, we have this orange jacket, which I believe a lot of these like orange pieces that we're going to see are made of moleskin, which is similar to that of like a suede. It's kind of a soft material, or at least from my experience with it, it's very like soft and comfortable. And I think in general the season is leaning heavily towards hunting colorways. We'll see a lot of blaze oranges as well as camos, which, you know, obviously makes sense. Carhartt makes a lot of like hunting apparel outside of Carhartt WIP, but you know, sometimes they'll do a lot of plaids. We'll see a lot of flannel patterns popping up, but I think this season specifically incorporates a lot of kind of like those hunting inspired colorways like I stated. Other than that, for the lower layer, the one below, we also have a Carhartt hoodie, which has embroidered patches, it looks like, which is just the collegiate spell out block font that we've seen used plenty of times before. I will say it's kind of a cool colorway, almost like this gold color, or similar to kind of some of the brown ones that they've done before. Moving on, we also get a look at the backpack that he was wearing, which I don't think is necessarily a cool backpack. I'm not crazy about maybe the silhouette. It's just kind of a plain backpack. And I think we've seen something very similar to this, maybe the same camo pattern, just not the color blocking or the brown canvas panels on the side possibly. Moving on to the pants, he's wearing some joggers that appear to be some kind of like almost a velour material. I'm not crazy about joggers, but I will say the material itself is kind of cool that they used. Next up we have this jacket, which is kind of like a trucker jacket. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to call it. The Arkhan jacket in the Hamilton brown. The Hamilton brown is the color that I was looking for earlier, but yeah, it's coming in the Hamilton brown. I think this is a really cool jacket, obviously reminiscent of the like Detroit jacket that they're famous for, but I do like how this jacket has that kind of like extra piece of fabric that comes over in the middle. I'm not exactly sure what that's called, but like underneath the zipper you have kind of that extra, which I think gives it a cool look when it's unzipped or opened. And then also like how it's all just kind of like one color. Sometimes we'll see the collar is a different color. Sometimes we'll get like a corduroy or a darker canvas color, but this time we just got it all in that Hamilton brown, and I think it looks cool. It looks like a classic Carhartt piece, and I like it. Underneath we've got a pretty basic shirt, but we get some closer up detailings on the next image, so I'll move on to the bottoms, which are kind of these like Czech pants, and I think these are all right. I'm not exactly a huge fan of the cropped ones that fit like super high, like you're preparing for the flood. I know it's a style and a lot of people support that. Just personally, I'm not crazy about it. They do have some pants for the women that are very similar to that, and I think they look better in that style. They are more skinny rather than baggy like we see here. But moving on, like I said, we get the kind of detailing from this canvas shirt, this undershirt, this navy one that you can see poking out from the jacket we just looked at. Basically all the branding that it has on it is this little Carhartt tab, and we see a lot of pieces do this. I think last season they did pieces like this where it was corduroy and all the branding that was on it was this little Carhartt tab on the very bottom. And like I said, we're actually able to look at the product images as well. So if you go and actually look at it, it also does have the Carhartt tag on the chest. So a little more branding as well, which I really enjoy that Carhartt tag. I think that looks pretty cool. Moving on, we probably get the best piece in a lot of people's opinion. We get the Michigan corduroy chore coat, which comes in this nice dark brown colorway. I think it looks really nice. We got that Carhartt tag on the chest again, and other than that, it's just a corduroy jacket. Underneath, it looks like we have kind of like a basic essential interesting teal hoodie, which I'm not crazy about that, and then some white pants. But yeah, this corduroy looks very nice on it. Looks like it's pretty thick and soft corduroy, so it looks very nice. the Carhartt corduroy always looks good. Last season they had like some purple corduroy in the lookbook, I think, and it looked beautiful as well. Here's just another picture of the dude rocking the corduroy leaning back. Moving on, we have this purple jacket and then a black and white check shirt and just some plain pants. We can click on the image to see, you know, the breakdown of the outfit, which, you know, just shows it is kind of just some basic pieces, which for the most part is kind of what Carhartt is. They make some high quality, pretty subtle pieces, which is why I like it, but also why a lot of their pieces don't really hit. So moving on, we have another teal. This time is a crew neck instead of a hoodie, and then underneath some sort of button up. I'm not sure if they'll give that in our oh, so we have a Rugby Polo. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be like an actual like button up, but interesting polo. I could see it coming in some cool other colorways, but I'm not crazy about this black one. I'm not sure if you can see the other colorways when you look. Yeah, so it just shows the black one. So if it comes in some other colorways, maybe it'll be all right. I think they've done better polos in the past. I have a red and white striped one, though it doesn't have the brown collar, which I wish it did. I prefer something more like that rather than what we have there. Moving on, we have a very pocketed utilitarian jacket with a bunch of other camo and hunting inspired stuff. Like I was saying, we get this blaze orange undershirt. Looks like there's a camo vest and then also a camo hat. Can expand it to take a quick look. A lot of basic stuff. I feel like we've seen this Coalwood jacket before, some iteration very close to it. And it actually looks like it's not a vest, but rather a reversible jacket with a blaze orange inside and then a camo outside. Next up, we do actually have a vest. This is kind of the normal canvas vest, it looks like, in a white colorway. It looks like they're showing off a lot of white stuff. They have the white double knee pant, I believe it's called, and then also a plaid flannel. Yeah, the double knee pant, the white winter vest, which, or I guess it's the wax colorway, but I really do like their just Hamilton brown, I guess the colorway is, that vest. That's one of my favorite. That's probably like the only vest I can really get down with. Like I've said before, time and time again, I'm not really into vests, but we also have this Czech shirt jacket, which I think is beautiful, but look at the price. It's almost $300 for a shirt jacket. And if these things do sit around and make it to sale or sale on some website, you can see them in like the mid hundreds, like 150. I think you can usually get it for like 180, which is a lot more reasonable than the 300, but still pretty taxing. Moving on, we have another white jacket, which I'm guessing is that wax colorway, and then another colorway of the double knee pant. Yeah, the wax Tony shirt, which has existed before the Fairmont coat has also existed. Just getting some different pieces, but I think this commission sweatshirt is actually new. We have a little interesting of a embroidered font on it, but nothing too crazy. It just says Carhartt work in progress, probably like established and some other stuff going on there. Moving on, probably the best lookbook outfit so far, or probably the coolest in my opinion. We get this this ski mask one, a photo t-shirt underneath, and then we also have a like cargo vest, a plaid shirt, and then some gloves shown off. So expanding on it, we have the 1998 Ad J1 long sleeve, which is a picture of an artist. I believe he has like a bunch of spray cans on the table there, and he's just wearing a Carhartt sweatshirt. We have that vest that we looked at, which is almost $300, so very expensive. That Czech shirt, little to no branding, the Beaumont mask, and then the gloves as well. Next up, we have another interesting outfit. I believe this is moleskin as well. This kind of elongated shirt, probably a shirt jacket they will call it, and then a pretty cool bucket in my opinion. We can expand it. We get this Owen shirt jacket, yes, a corduroy bucket, a zip flannel, interesting. Looks like they're doing a lot of different flannels this season. And then the Thunderbolt t-shirt, which sounds kind of cool, but I feel like doesn't live up to the name exactly. I feel like some Thunderbolts they could have done maybe a little bit cooler of a design for that. But nonetheless, we'll move on to the next image. Very close up, we got this dude's crotch with a striped shirt, really all we can kind of gather from that. And then here's the actual like lookbook picture where we can actually tell what he's wearing. I don't like that striped sweatshirt. I'm also not a fan of that hoodie. I'm not crazy about like contrasted colorways on the inside of hoodies. I feel like usually that's kind of lame. And then we have a work shirt, it looks like, on the outside, a zip Coalwood shirt, which I think is decent, 168, maybe on sale, I'd cop it. We also have this like furry Sherpa camo zip jacket, I believe, or it actually looks like it's button, and then a camo Carhartt undershirt. It's the Apprentice Liner, which I think they've dropped a ton of colorways of this, but this camo is a little bit different. It's the blur camo, they're calling it, I guess. I'm not a fan of that graphic shirt though, and yeah, I think the camo joggers are kind of cool, but not for me. Here's a close-up of the blur camo, which actually almost looks like it's like a bleach or something, more so than a camo. But next up we have another camo jacket, and I think the most interesting thing here is actually the sweatshirt, which is color blocked. We see like Teddy Fresh do this a lot, but this colorway especially reminds me a lot of a Supreme Old English hoodie that they dropped probably 3-4 years ago. They used the same exact colors, but I think it was split instead of color blocked like that with different colored sleeves. This BDU, or I guess they're calling it the Gore-Tex Infinitum Michigan coat, is pretty cool. I do like that. I do like that. Moving on, we have another picture kind of showcasing a very similar crew neck to the sweatshirt we just saw, which I do like this, and I think it'll be interesting to see the other colorways that come out of it. I will say I like this flannel pattern as well, but wish there was some more branding on it, just because you can find flannels like that anywhere, but it'd be nice to get like a Carhartt patch on it at least. I'm also a big fan I'm a big fan of the overalls or the bibs. I think those are really cool. I'd like to get a pair eventually, but look at the price, it's like almost 300 bucks. It's hard to justify that, so I've been waiting till I see something good on sale. Moving on, not a whole lot of new stuff there. I think just colorways of stuff we've already seen. Really can't tell too much from that. And then these are just some outfits that we've already seen before. The only new thing is that parka, which honestly, man, if you're going for a parka like that, buy from a different brand. There's millions of parkas out there that look exactly the same. Here's a close-up of that orange moleskin shirt we saw earlier. I believe it's the same one, the Holston shirt. I like it. I think it looks cool. Once again, it'll be interesting to see if they have it in some other colorways. We've also got this one, which just shows off the same outfit. And then moving on, a lot of pieces that we've already seen before. We get that shirt jacket. I believe that might actually be another one of those color blocked ones. Oh, I guess they're showing it as a gray shirt, but even though the center is white, so I don't know what they're doing there. And I think this is actually, yeah, so this is the last image, and this might be my favorite piece from the collection, or from the lookbook that they've shown off. I think this is the Bend shirt. Yeah, it's called the Bend shirt. I think this is so cool, this graphic tee with like the bent car. I really do like this. I like the arc. If you guys couldn't tell, there's a car there, but it's just like warped, so it's like bent up. I think it looks really cool. Playful graphic, and the colorways are like, this colorway anyway is great. It's kind of like a cream colorway with that maroon Carhartt arc. Anyway, that's really it for the collection. Usually the lookbooks are pretty sparse, this wasn't too many images, doesn't show off too much stuff, and really they don't drop a whole lot of stuff every season. It's a lot of just like new colorways of the same pieces, maybe a little swap of material, but I think there's some good pieces for sure here. I like some flannels, some of the overshirts. Usually the button-ups are like some of my favorite stuff, and I really do like that graphic tee that they showed off last. Let me know what you guys think of the season down below, and as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.